Hello YouTube, it's Christine with Souls Rising, jumping on with some oracle messages for the second half of the month of April. This video is for my Geminis, so if you have a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, stick around for your messages. And as always, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. I'm going to jump right into the oracle messages and pull some oracle cards for my Geminis. All right, Gemini, I am going to jump in and show you these cards. So the first card we have is Toadstools, and this card is the card of growth. And I really feel like this is you, Gemini, having gone through a lot of different layers of things in order to achieve the growth that you have had and to get to the place where you currently are. For some of you, I also was picking up that you may almost be like overgrown, like you're beyond time to move forward with something, and that you're sort of getting to the place of knowingness around that you're starting to come to that realization that, all right, like it's time to move forward. I've really grown. I've really come so far and I'm ready. All right. I'm also being pulled to the fact that these are mushrooms, right? This is the Toadstools card after all. And remember that mushrooms grow best in a dark, dirty place. And so you may even resonate with this idea that you have come through the muck and had to come through a lot of muck in order to obtain the various layers of understanding, awareness, and growth that you have attained, all right? So it didn't come easy for you guys, is essentially what I get with this card, but it has come and you're there. And I really do feel like there's maturity with this and a readiness to move forward or to take something to the next level or take the next step around a situation in your life. And the next card, and I do feel like you guys are ready for this, and you may even be starting to feel ready. And maybe that wasn't there before, but I think that's starting to step in, especially with this next card. This next card is the Fire Spirit energy. And I really feel like this is you guys standing in this firm foundation. Look how rooted to the earth she is there. Like she's got that tree trunk for her body, connecting her. And then the fire in her hands. And I get two things with this. I get a sense of control. So there's, for some of you, this is controlled chaos or a controlled burn that's happening. So there may be some cutting away going on for some of you, or some shifting or change that you're initiating that is, you're in charge of it, okay? So it doesn't feel dangerous. It doesn't feel threatening to me. I feel like you're in charge, Gemini. You're holding that potential within you, or that creative potential. I also feel that for some of you, this is your creative potential. And this is you really getting a handle on it and feeling powerful and feeling confident in your ability to create some new things or to bring some new things into being for yourself. So take it as it resonates for you. The next card I get is the Thicket of Thorns, which is the card of uncertainty. And there may be a sense of, like, you know, you're going somewhere new and you're ready for it, even though maybe you can't totally see where that is just yet. So you might not have 100% clarity about the path or about where this is all leading you. But it's so funny, like there's so much power from this energy card that when I look at these together, I just really feel like you're like, screw it. Like, screw it. It doesn't matter. I know that I'm strong enough to do it, that I've got what it takes, and that I can face anything that pops out on the path ahead. I can handle it. All right. I really feel confident for you guys coming in here, like strong. And then we have activation. So this is the Spirit Guardian of Spring, a very beautiful, lovely springtime energy. It's not an accident that we're in the spring season and this card is popping out for you guys for this second half of April reading. And I do feel like this is you sort of in a flurry of activity right now. Like you're excited and I feel like you know something's coming, it's going to be good, and you're making preparations. And so there's a little bit of a flurry of activity. So don't overdo it, Geminis. Make sure you're also getting a little time to rest. And then Daffodil Spirit, New Beginnings. Yeah, like you know this is coming. You can feel it. There's excitement about it. And I get validation, like, yes, there's a freshness, there's a newness, there's something being created or formed in your life, and you're ready to take the next step. And then underneath the uncertainty card, I have air spirit knowledge popping out. And I actually feel like this is some of the answers that you've been waiting on coming in. So I feel like where you've had some uncertainty, you're trusting that intuition that there is something new, and you're just going to start on the path even without the full awareness of where you're going. And with this card, I'm getting awareness is going to come. I also feel like you're going to get it a little sooner maybe than what you're anticipating. So as you step into this new energy or onto this new path or track in your life, I feel some of the details are going to start filling in. And soon you're going to be able to see with more clarity where this has all been leading you. Okay. And also I'm being told, you know, air spirit, you guys are an air sign. And with this card, for some of you, see this girl in this boat, and she's sort of rising up into the clouds above those trees below. For some of you, this is also talking about transformation. You know, that boat is actually a swan. I don't know if you guys can see it. Transformation and up leveling. You know, look at the little dots moving up, right? Up, rising above challenges, rising above that thickness of fog into a space of more understanding, more awareness. Okay. And then we have freedom, eagle spirit. Talk about rising up, right? Rising above. And I heard spreading your wings. Okay. So a lot of you Geminis are ready for more, and you're ready to really spread your wings and jump into this new chapter of your life. And I really feel like that's part of what you're so excited about. It's like you feel it in your gut. You can feel this. And I get like it's okay to ride that wave of energy and let it sort of carry you where you need to go. And then we have Pegasus transcending. Okay. Having peace with where you're going, and also peace with where you've been, I'm getting. And that's a really great place to be, right? When you're home to yourself, when you're really at peace within yourself, and there's nothing to be worried about or fearful of from the past, and nothing to be worried about or fearful of in the future. I kind of feel like this is where what you're stepping into right now, or a place that you're coming into right now, where anxiety is dropping away, and you're confident and you're feeling comfortable with where spirit is taking you now, where you're going next, where you're being guided to. And you are being guided. You know, this girl, she's not steering that Pegasus, right? The Pegasus is taking her where she needs to go. And she's totally relaxed. She's trusting that she's going in the right direction. She's not even looking, right? She's okay without that awareness. And again, that's kind of the vibe I was getting from you guys, is like this sense of, I don't have to know right now, because I'm trusting God, I'm trusting the universe, I'm trusting spirit to get me to the right place, that I'm being guided in the right direction. And then I got wolf spirit family. And I heard that for some of you, it's important for you to know, like, you go first and then others are going to follow you. Okay. So you may be leading the pack. And this may be in relation to your family, or this could be in relation to just other people around you. Could be that you're inspiring other people through your actions and what you're doing next. It could be that there's a group of folks connected to you, either through work or, you know, through your life, where when you do this, they're going to rise up as well. Okay. But I've definitely got with this card a sense of up leveling. But I kind of feel like you go first, okay? It's like you're leveling up. And then because you're leveling up, there's other people connected to you who are leveling up too, okay? And I get a message about, you don't need to be afraid of that. Like, you have to trust that that's going to happen. You're not going to be alone, okay? So when you transcend, when you take that step up, the others are going to meet you there, okay? Let's move over to tarot. I kind of feel like that's all we can get from Oracle for you with this. So I want to dive into it a little deeper and get some more answers about what you need to know moving forward. All right, Gemini, let's talk about your tarot. So we have Five of Pentacles showing up, and the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One in this deck. Okay. I really feel this is a past energy, something that you guys have recently moved through or moved on from, or are in process of moving on from. And what I really was getting with this, they actually kind of showed up like this way. What I was getting with this was that for a while, this sense I was picking up on before of you kind of not knowing where you were going or knowing where things were going was really weighing on you. And I feel like you weren't quite sure if you were gonna get there. It's like something felt like it was just stuck or paused or stagnant. And so there was maybe some doubt that was creeping in where you weren't totally sure how something was gonna go or how things were gonna manifest for you. And I feel like the next card that came out, we have Seven of Pentacles, which I feel like is you, that you've been like planting seeds, but I keep getting a sense of like apprehension on her face or a little anxiety of like, I'm planting all these seeds, but I don't know where they're leading, or I don't know where they're taking me or what's going to come of them. So for a while, I feel like you've been asked to plant seeds almost like blind, like not being able to see why you were being told to plant them, okay? So maybe you were getting sort of intuitive nudges to do some things, but without really fully understanding why that was important. And then I have King of Swords coming out. Ace of Cups. And Six of Cups. And I really get, like with this, I get clarity and knowingness coming in. So now I feel like things are being revealed. There's understanding starting to set in for you. And also that I feel like you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. So whatever you were planting seeds around or whatever you've been sort of investing in but not seeing a return upon, I think that's starting to shift. And now it's like your faith getting rewarded. So your faithfulness, the fact that you continued to invest in something without having certainty, without knowing where it was all leading or going, I feel that you're gonna see your cup start to fill and overflow, the fruits of your labor really starting to take off and take flight here. And then we have sort of separate, I have Princess of Pentacles. Okay, I'm really pulled to the fact that she's touching her heart here. And this card is giving me major Empress vibes for some reason. And it's interesting, I'll show you in a minute, that we actually do have the Emperor popping out. So it may simply be showing up as like this feminine energy, but I also feel like this is talking about this new beginning for you guys. So for some of you, this might be a new career adventure that you're going on since it is Pentacles, but it could just be something new on the scene that you have been investing in or becoming aware of and wanting to take forward, okay? And it's in your heart. It's something that you really feel connected to at the heart level. And then we have Four of Wands, which is a great card. Again, something you're building. I keep hearing something you're building. And this is a great card of like house or home, celebration. Can also speak to family. Remember we had that family card showing up. So this could be like, you know, a home that you're investing in or a foundation that you've been building or had already built. And then we do have that Emperor showing up here. And I get a sense, this is giving a little bit of Chariot vibes. I do have this sense of like, that some of you are actually, there's something new on the scene that you're really excited about. It's actually helping you move on from something maybe that you previously built, or helping you move forward to a new chapter where you can actually build upon it more or make something even stronger that is already in the works. And then underneath that, I have the Star card, which is ultimately hope. And that diamond showing up above her head is really standing out to me. And so I feel like for some of you, again, this is like rewards for your faith. This is crown chakra activations, you know, happening or coming in. It's like believing in something even before it has shown up for you. Staying hopeful about the future and hopeful about what you're creating. And then we have the world, which is completion. And I do feel, I was kind of picking that up before, that something's closing out. So we're closing out a cycle, but we're welcoming in a new one. I keep getting, we're also welcoming in a new one. Especially, that's also why we have Princess of Pentacles. Remember, I kept getting like, I've got the Emperor here, but I've also got this Princess of Pentacles, which is like the beginning of a journey. So there may be a new journey starting that's helping you close out an old journey. And it's almost like they're both happening at the same time. Like that cycles of life vibe, right? And then below all of that, I have like a grouping of cards coming together. I have 6 of Swords, which has to do with travel and movement, moving on. 7 of Swords, which can be a card of like seeing through illusions or seeing through lies, deceptions. But actually in this deck, I really get strong reflection vibes with this. And I kind of feel like that's what it is for you guys. It's like seeing your true reflection, seeing that you're not the things that have happened to you that were painful or that were challenging or difficult, but really finally acknowledging your own growth, right? We had that growth card showing up here. It's like, I feel like you're finally acknowledging that all this time you've actually been growing and you've been changing and evolving, and that you're ready for something else. You're ready to move on, I feel like, to bigger and better things with this, okay? And then we have 7 of Wands, which can be like, it's that card of like the fight is over, or like, you know, the battle has been won. But I'm really being pulled to that like lion at the top of like really roaring and really feeling strong. I feel like you guys have been on this inner journey of discovering your own strength and power, and it's allowing you to feel the freedom that you need to take a next step with something. Like you're finally becoming aware of your own power, or aware of how strong your life has made you. And maybe you just weren't really aware of that before. And that is followed by 3 of Swords. So there may be some of you, again, this feels past. I mean, I don't feel like this is something that's coming or that's happening now. I kind of feel like this is like, again, that awareness that I can overcome anything. I can survive anything, any storm that comes my way. I'm really strong enough to overcome it, right? But also that I have overcome. I've overcome a lot, and really giving yourself credit for that finally. Like after a period of maybe not giving yourself that credit. Maybe you gave other people the credit, but you didn't take it for yourself. I really feel like you guys are strong, and maybe you're even acknowledging that you're stronger because of what you've had to go through. That in fact, some of the painful things you've experienced actually put you in a position where they made you stronger. And, you know, it's not that you would want to go through them again, but I feel like maybe some of you are transmuting those bad negative situations that you've been through, where you're finally in the point in your own healing journey where you're able to look back upon those things from this space of unconditional love, where you can really say, you know what, I wish I hadn't had to go through that. I wish that hadn't been so hard, but I see value in that experience, and I see what it has done, how strong it has made me, and how it shaped me into who I have become. Okay, I definitely get that vibe. Powerful for you guys. And then I have 3 of Pentacles, and we have 6 of Pentacles, which came out on its side. This is that white buffalo calf woman in this deck, which is a really neat energy. Can talk about like manifestation. It definitely gives me those unicorn vibes too, of being worthy for her to show up. And this is, you know, 6 of Pentacles is a card of giving and receiving. And I feel like what you need to know with this is that you're ready to receive something. And I really feel like for a lot of you, this ties into that knowledge coming in, awareness of why you've been asked to plant the seeds you've been asked to plant. I feel like there's awareness coming in that you're about to receive all the pieces of the puzzle, or you're about to receive what you need to take those next steps or to make sense of things enough to move forward. I really get vibes of those seeds that you were planting, like finally coming together, things coming together, things coming into fruition. And I feel like you haven't been able to see that like this whole time. And so you maybe felt a little lost or felt a little in the dark. And for some of you, this may have challenged your faith. You know, with that Hanged Man card, you see that purple lotus up at the top, but that's where his feet are. And you know, that purple lotus that's open, that has a lot to do with crown chakra, being open and being in faith. And I feel like for some of you, you got hung up around some of this, like not understanding, like where are you taking me, God, right? Where is my life taking me? Where are things going? How is this situation ever going to work out? Okay. But know that it is working out. And I hear in your favor. Let me pull a couple more tarot cards for you, Gemini, because I feel like there's a little more to this message. All right, Gemini, let me show you what I've got here. I have the Wheel of Fortune showing up first, and I feel like this is the wheel turning, things being turned in your favor. And I think I got, might have gotten for you guys in the beginning of April, or maybe it was in the air signs message that I did last month, where this idea of the Wheel of Fortune, and I was seeing the funhouse wheel being spun, and you don't know where it's going to land. And I'm definitely getting that vibe again for you guys, but I feel like, please know that the wheel is being turned by the hand of God for you, okay, and for the situation. And ultimately, I feel like it's to transform the situation for the better. And not just for you, I feel like there's other people connected or involved, and this wheel is turning for all of you, or it's turning for the whole situation and all the pieces that are involved in that. And then I have this Two of Swords, and I keep getting two things with this, so it may apply different for different folks watching this video. For some of you, there's a decision being made. And it's the decision that's being made that may start this wheel turning or starts moving things into place. And right now, I don't feel like it's been decided, or there's something still being weighed out with this. Somebody like weighing out their options or making some choices or decisions. And I feel I keep hearing things hanging in the balance, or things hanging in the balance. For others of you, this is going to be clarity. So this Wheel of Fortune is like things are going to shift, and then it's going to actually help you see what needs to happen. So where maybe you've been feeling stuck or on pause, or like, I don't know, I can't move forward just yet with this. It's like the Wheel of Fortune is going to get you out of that energy and move things forward. Okay. Either way, there's shifting happening that helps with this decision, or helps guide things into place. And we have Two of Cups showing up. This is such a beautiful card in this deck. And I feel actually really good about this card. It's like I hear beautiful partnership coming together. What's interesting is it's actually followed by the Eight of Cups. Now, normally I would read this as like maybe somebody choosing to walk away from a relationship. And that could be the case. Maybe you are actually walking away from a relationship. But I don't feel like that's going to be for the majority of you how this is applying. Maybe for a few of you. What I kept seeing in this Eight of Cups card is how this girl is finally able to come up out of the muck of the bottom of that ocean where there's just nothing left there for her. And she's swimming up to that beautiful star and rainbow. And it so gives me those vibes from the Oracle deck, the card, the Air Spirit card, right? Rising up, rising out, rising into something better. So I actually feel like for some of you, this could be like a relationship up leveling, or maybe two people who have both had to really come through some stuff in order to come into harmony together, or to come into union, or for a partnership to come into being. I get warm vibes from this though, okay, Gemini? Like it gives me the warm and fuzzies. It makes me feel like whatever this is, however this is unfolding, that it's meant to be. It's the right thing. So if it is somebody walking away, that may ultimately be leading them to a star, leading them into something more peaceful or something better. But I don't think that's for most of you. This could also be, you know, somebody coming into, you know, a union where there's someone being able to come actually into a more intimate place with each other, where there's actually like a deeper level of emotional intimacy that can happen. Okay. And again, this doesn't have to be romance, even though it's a kind of a really romantic card with the heart and the dolphins and all that. This can be business partnerships. The Two of Cups can just be relationship in general. And then we have Three of Wands following that. And it feels like explosion of energy. I get a lot of passion with this card, but that's not the traditional meaning of Three of Wands. This deck is a little different than some tarot decks, but this is like happiness. This is like good things blossoming, okay? So again, kind of validating that feel I was getting from this Eight of Cups of like, this is like things growing finally, things finally blooming and going in the right direction. So whatever this Wheel of Fortune is bringing in and this decision that's being made, it's actually making things better. It's bringing good energy into a situation, all right? And ending stagnation, I keep hearing that too. Whatever's been stuck or stagnant is ending. That is being like done away so that things can really blossom and really bloom and all the pieces can finally like fit together. And then I have Nine of Pentacles and the Strength card. And I really feel like this Nine of Pentacles is you guys, Gemini, really feeling solid in what you have created for yourself. And it's like seeing the fruits of your labor, really like finally feeling safe, feeling comfortable with these changes, knowing that they have in fact led to a better place. And excuse me, with the Strength card here, it's like that you are stronger for the process, or like that you are really standing in a more powerful position within yourself. So it's interesting, there are other people involved in this situation, but at the heart of it, there's a lesson happening whereby you are being strengthened and you are overcoming challenges and really, I feel like just becoming aware of your own strength, seeing how powerful you truly are, how strong you truly are. And I keep being drawn to the infinity sign there on her chest. You can see it there. And I feel like that's forever, okay? It's like this connection to your own strength is not something that can be taken from you ever again. Like you'll never doubt it again after this. So whatever's been going on for you, Gemini, you're overcoming any demons from the past. I feel like you're done. Like, look, she's like taking this snake out. She took it out, out of commission. She was strong enough to put an end to that. And she's in her power and she's going to stay there. She's not going back, right? She's not backing down. No one can take that away from her because she's earned it. You see, she's earned her right to be there. Wherever you guys are being taken by spirit, wherever this Wheel of Fortune is taking you, you've earned the right to be there. So know that. When it shows up, you've earned the right to be there. I don't really feel like there's anything you guys have to do either. I feel like it's just stay in that good energy because I feel like this is coming regardless. And then I pulled two more cards and we have King of Cups. I hear emotional victory and emotional harmony. And then Three of Cups, celebration. And I really feel like this is still speaking to you. It could be a masculine energy involved in your situation and there being a lot of celebration with this person. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is actually you guys really stepping into a place of being more open emotionally, feeling really comfortable with your feelings and confident and really open to receiving and your cup being filled 3 times over, okay? Like, it's not just celebration. I hear 3 times over. Okay. And there may be others, like I said, for some of you, this could represent other people connected to the situation whose cups are also getting filled. But I still feel like you guys are the ones leading the way, or you're taking charge of something, or you're making a shift. And don't doubt your own power here, because I feel like you are making a shift or initiating a shift that is actually helping some other things, some other pieces to slide into place too. So ultimately, know that the stagnation is ending and that your faith will be rewarded. It's okay that you don't know where you're going, because you're going to soon. And when it all comes together, just know that you earned your right to be there, and that this is a celebration that is so deserved, and it's not something that's going to be taken away, right? It's forever. All right, Gemini, those are your messages. I will be back next month with more oracle messages. Take care, guys. Bye.